Yes, hello everyone, welcome to the United Stand. It is the biggest road trip of the season, the biggest game of the season. How many times have I said that this season? But let's be honest, it really is today. Tonight is Atletico Madrid, second leg of the Champions League. 1-1 as we all know from the first leg. This is the only thing that United have really got left. Well, the fans especially, the players would have you believe that they're still fighting for a lot this season, and obviously they're going to go into every game with that mentality. We know that's a lot of crap. We know that they've let us down this season and they've underperformed and it's been a disaster of a season, but this is the one shining light we've got. And yeah, realistically we look at it and we go, even if we get through, Adam, I know what you're saying, you know what I mean, we're just going to get beat by the better team when we get through, because the quality of team, which is that, exactly that, it's quality. If we get through this round, then we have to really be lucky. I'm looking at the games, who's left in the competition. If United do get through, and let's just have a little bit of a dream, let's just have a little bit of a positive outlook for the start of this video and say, if we do get through, I know I'm tempting fate, I know I am, but from what I've seen of Atletico, and we'll get into that in a minute from the first leg, I do believe that United can get through tonight. And that draw, I'm looking at, right, what's in there? So I expect Chelsea to get through as well this evening. So that would be Chelsea, City, Liverpool. I don't fancy our chances against any of them, to be honest, from the way that we've played against them this season. Champions League, I know. You never know. Knockout competition, 2 legs. Can United get their acts together? Well, City have schooled us twice. Liverpool, we've not played them twice yet, but we know it's going to be a tough game at Anfield. Our record there is shocking recently. So let's say them 3, nightmare. Bayern Munich, nightmare. Record against them isn't much better either. And then we're looking at Real Madrid, just started to hit a little bit of a crest of a wave. 10 points clear in La Liga. Looks like they've got that title wrapped up under Ancelotti now. Obviously, the amazing comeback from 2 goals down to beat PSG in the last round of 16 game at the Bernabeu. But past that, I'm thinking, are we lucky enough to get one of the other teams? And one of the other teams, what is left now actually, because you got so we've got 8 teams left. So Bayern Munich, Madrid, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, and there's us, and it's one of Ajax and Benfica in the other game. I'd take a trip to Amsterdam. I'd take a trip to Amsterdam for the Ajax game, no problem at all. I love that. I think a lot of United fans would love that trip. But for United to get that lucky, I don't know. I really don't know. I think you've got to look at it now realistically and go, get through tonight. At least we've got one more Champions League away day to look forward to. Something for the fans, another trip away. Knowing how lucky it'll be someone in this country, probably Liverpool or a City, where we're only having to drive 45 minutes tops to get to Liverpool. And we go out with a whimper, and there goes our Champions League, because it does look pretty much like top 4 is gone right now, barring a massive slip up from Arsenal and United really hitting consistent form. I mean, the slip up from Arsenal, I can take that is something that can happen, but United consistently hitting form, that's where I start to worry and sort of think that isn't possible at all, and this could be our last hurrah in the Champions League. On to tonight and actually getting through in the first place, and all that conversation there actually meaning something that I've just had. And Atletico Madrid, from that first leg, and a lot of people said, and I was one of them, the game was pretty poor, to be honest. The first leg sort of flattered to deceive. It really did. It wasn't fantastic football. United, in fact, had about 63% possession and restricted Atletico on their own turf, which was very nice, by the way, that stadium. I loved that trip. On their own turf to 1 shot on target, and that was the goal, which was early doors from João Felix. So realistically, United should be going into this game going, no fear from the first leg. Can we get over that Old Trafford voodoo? I mean, the voodoo in Europe is different to that of the Premier League, and it's probably not so much a voodoo in the Champions League, because this is where we've really made up our ground. In the Champions League, we've been alright at home and pretty much got through this whole competition by winning our home games. I remember Ronaldo bailing us out against Atalanta, bailing us out against Villarreal. Oh, sorry, that's the other game in the competition as well. I forgot about that. It's Juventus and Villarreal is the other one. So yeah, either one of them I'd fancy United to beat, to be honest. I really would. I would fancy United to beat either one of them teams. I mean, we've done Villarreal twice, haven't we now? So I'm no real fear with them now. And Juventus, not the force that they was. Sorry, but back to tonight, Atletico Madrid. Let's get, first things first, let's try and get tonight out of the way with, because it's going to be an atrocious game. It's not going to be exciting, it really isn't. I'd be surprised, and you know what, I could be wrong. My score prediction is a boring 1-0 win for United tonight. A lot of people are thinking the same way. Simeone has this Atletico team set up like a brick wall. It is hard to penetrate, and it does take the perfect move or perfect ball, like we've seen with Bruno for Elanga's goal in that first leg, to actually penetrate them, to actually get through that defence. Because let's be honest, as much of the possession we had, we didn't create anything ourselves. And United on the creative side of things have been poor. Well, not so much poor on the creative side, but in the finishing side of things, until obviously Ronaldo's masterclass at weekend against Spurs. But that's where this game sort of, for me, shouts out 1-0, 1-1, extra time, something around that sort of region. Very, very tight game. In terms of threats for Atletico Madrid, the obvious is obviously João Felix. He was their standout performer for me in that first leg. He took his goal absolutely superbly. It was a great header. If we can nullify him, Griezmann obviously carries his threat. Suarez, I'm not going to say past it, because that will really come back and bite me. Pardon the pun. Bite me on the arse. But yeah, I just don't see us. Rafael Varane is fit, which he should be, obviously. There's no injuries at all. There's only Luke Shaw, I think, that Ranić said in his press conference yesterday, that is sort of half a doubt. So everybody is fit. The biggest question out of all of it is, like, in terms of their threat, I just said it then, João Felix, Griezmann on his day. I mean, I think we handled them quite well in defence, but for our own sort of lapses in concentration, we may have even won that game at the Wanda. But honestly, looking at it, I think it's on United tonight. I really do. I think United have got the better attacking players. I really do. That being Ronaldo, that being the likes of Pogba, if he turns up. Will Pogba even play? This is the thing. Bruno, does he come back in? You've got Sancho, who's hitting great form now, and obviously you've got Elanga. Rashford, give or take, to be honest. He really just needs to find something. Something needs to happen for him. Something needs to click. Otherwise, I don't see him as a threat at all to Atletico the way he's playing at the moment. It's a sad state of affairs, but we all know about Rashford right now. So I do believe that United have got the better setup, the better sort of the chance. I'm splitting straws. I really am. You can see it. You can hear it in my voice. It's like trying to find that difference between both teams. It's two very, very similar teams. An underperforming season from the season before, them obviously being champions, us finishing second. We're both in a very similar situation, misfiring, not performing the way we should, and ultimately a frustrated fan base. I think it's more important for us tonight. United are lacking, and have been lacking for a long time compared to what Atletico have. United need this win tonight. I do believe we're going to get it. I think we're going to scrape through 1-0, and then we can look forward to the draw on Friday. If we do lose tonight, then I can feel this fan base just turning it's sour already. And there was that little bit of a respite against Spurs at weekend, but believe me, this will turn nasty, and the fans will be out with the knives, sharpening them if we go out tonight. It will just be another grenade into the fire. And for me, it is vitally important tonight that United get through, just by hook or by crook. You know what, the performance might not even be fantastic. Get through, just get into that quarter-final draw, and actually just for United to actually be in there amongst the elite in this competition at this stage of the season just gives the fans a little something. That's what's important tonight. The fans need this, and that's why I'm going with United getting through tonight. I just think the importance of it will drag us through. In terms of our team and what we're expecting, like I just said then, Bruno is the biggest debate. Everyone knows what I think about Bruno. I've just completely brushed off comments that Bruno is useless and isn't right for this team from anyone, as always, but I'm realistic with my assessments of players, I feel, and I'm all for the betterment of the team, not the individual. I will never big a player up when he's out of form. Bruno isn't in form. And for me, I've got no problem tonight if Bruno isn't playing. Really got no issue at all if Bruno doesn't start tonight. Pogba, on the other hand, though, played atrocious against Spurs. So, can you say really that you'd rather Pogba be in than Bruno? For me, it's going to be a tough selection because Matic has to play, McTominay's going to be knocking on the door, and then Fred had the game of his season against Spurs. So realistically, Ranić, believe it or not, check this out, people, has got a midfield dilemma. He's got many options. He's got so many options in midfield. I know you can laugh at that, and you can laugh at it, but realistically, Fred being in form didn't do too bad in the first leg. Matic came on, changed the game in the first leg, was good against Spurs. I think Fred and Matic have to play again. I do believe that they have to play again, and then it's just a debate of who starts in that role, the other position in the midfield. Do we go 4-3-3 tighter? If that's the case, I think Bruno probably suits it better. But Pogba could have one of them nights. Pogba could have one of them European nights where he just turns up. It's a tough team selection tonight for Ralph. I don't know how he's going to go with it. Honestly, I'd drop Maguire, but I know he's not going to. I'm not even going to get into that debate. Tellez, just play him. If Shaw's not quite there, Tellez, play him. He played in the first leg. He knows what this game is. And obviously, I would go again with Dello as our option because, let's be honest, we have to win tonight. It's pointless trying to be steady and safe and stable. We have to win. There's no away goal rule. United have to go out and get the win. And that just gives me more options with Dello. Ronaldo obviously up front, Sancho on the right, and Elanga starts on the left. It's a no-brainer for me. And then we'll see what happens. Guys, let me know what you think. Comment below. What's the mood? How confident are you? Has Saturday given you any sort of boost in confidence after the Spurs game? Or are you looking at it realistically like me and saying, well, without the wonder goals, without the corner, which is rare, United would have still been, and did sort of play still to the same level we have been playing the last few weeks. Can we step it up tonight? Like, share, subscribe to the United Stand, guys. This is going to be an interesting night. Looking forward to the fan vlogs after the game. Are they going to be happy ones? That's the big question. No, I'll see you there.